Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital recap for Friday, April 2nd. Feeling really good today. We just had our grand opening here at Encrypted Capital in Barrington, and it was amazing. Met a lot of awesome people, and we are very, very excited for what this second quarter is going to bring. So first off, I have Ethereum up here on the chart. As mentioned in previous videos, we were looking to start seeing a lot of news come out about Ethereum, and now it has just cracked $2,000 again. And here comes the news. So let's dive right into it. So first up, Ethereum season. Ethereum options traders are placing big bets for June. It says the price of Ether is continuing to rally, reaching $2,000 on Friday on the back of strong technical momentum following a high-profile announcement from Visa. As Cointelegraph previously reported on Sunday, Visa will allow its partners to use USD Coin on the Ethereum blockchain network to settle transactions, and that was a huge catalyst for Ethereum. And now that Bitcoin dominance is down, it looks like we will start to see a move in the altcoins, and usually Ethereum, along with Litecoin and a couple others, will start leading the way. I do anticipate the mainstream media now to start floating out articles on how great Ethereum is and how it's the next best thing to Bitcoin. And so, my contrarians, you guys know that we are pretty much completely out of Ethereum right now. We are looking for a lot bigger gains in the altcoins. And if we go ahead and take a look over here at the charts, we can see that it looks like everything is in the green today with the exception of Electroneum and Open and Tel. Although Tel did have a nice run up off of resistance, and it looks like it may be getting ready to make its next move up here. I have some levels laid out here on my chart. But yeah, it's teasing just under a penny right now, and a penny was its all-time high. So definitely am anticipating at least 10 cents for Telcoin. Up next, another article from Bloomberg on Ethereum, and they are saying we're now really breaking higher, and that will very likely attract buying activity, says Julius D. Kempenaer, senior analyst at stockcharts.com. Ether is gaining in relative strength versus Bitcoin, as are a majority of the altcoins. Says the token has mirrored the gains in Bitcoin over the past year amid a flood of stimulus aimed at boosting the global economy during the C-19 pandemic. Critics warn that crypto is a speculative bubble that will likely burst, and we've heard that line touted so many times by now. It's absolutely insane. If you look at the trends in Bitcoin, although we do have those 90% corrections after those blow off tops, this trend is still up. Even if, it basically broke $1,100 last time, which was gold's all-time high, tested $20,000, and when it retraced down to 3,800 bucks roughly. So it was still almost 4x its previous all-time high on the retrace, which is very interesting. And that means that we've essentially been in a bull market, even with the pullbacks, for the last, what are we on, 11 years now? So the whole crypto is a speculative bubble theory. I can't really say that holds any weight because we have been in a bull market for a very, very long time. It also says Ether has a market value of about 230 billion compared with about 1.1 trillion for Bitcoin. And so we'll see. I do anticipate Ether having a huge rise. And as mentioned in the video the other day, I do not think Ether is going anywhere. You got to figure there's 80% of the cryptocurrencies that are out there roughly are built on Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes away, so will the rest of the crypto market. So in my opinion, Ethereum actually has a way better use case than Bitcoin. So much depends on Ether. Not a whole lot depends on Bitcoin aside from it having first mover advantage and now it being used as a digital store of wealth or digital gold as it's being touted by this woman right here. And I didn't even know who she was. LaLa Anthony. This came out on Fortune. I had to look up who LaLa Anthony is. And then I found out and remember that she was on MTV way back in the day, in like the early 2000s. So I don't know why anybody's going to care what this woman says, but I did want to point out some of the things that she was dropping in her little article here. It said LaLa Anthony is one of those rare entertainers who could qualify for a showbiz pentathlon, whatever that word is. The Brooklyn native started by hosting live music. No one cares. Okay. It says, today the seasoned promoter absolutely loves Bitcoin and is convinced she's not getting conned by the billionaires, celebrities and fans who have turned the signature cryptocurrency into a pop phenomenon. Well, at least she's bringing up the fact that she's not that she's not convinced that she's getting conned. At least the fact that people are aware that billionaires do con people is nice to see. As mentioned, we are not really too big of fans of these billionaires that are blasting off their crypto projects that they've already accumulated for the last 6 years. Mark Cuban, Elon Musk, Michael Saylor. But it says that when I first heard about Bitcoin, I didn't understand why the rappers and athletes were getting involved. I'll tell you why they're getting involved, because they're part of the Bitcoin marketing agenda. She told me in a phone interview en route to the set of the Showtime series The Chi in Chicago, people were programmed to think it's a scam and a fraud. Yes, people were programmed to think it's a scam and a fraud in the beginning in order to keep mainstream adopters out of it, and only people in the know and the people that were willing to take a risk on the cryptocurrency in. And so she says, then I trusted a friend from the business world advised, It says, then a trusted friend from the business world advised her that Bitcoin was the real deal and introduced her to Gemini, the crypto exchange founded and run by Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss. She's emailed with Tyler and credits the people at Gemini, where she buys her coins, for teaching her about Bitcoin's virtues. How amazing. Did they teach her that Bitcoin is slow as hell? Did they teach her that Bitcoin has huge transaction fees? Did they teach her that really all Bitcoin has going for it is first mover advantage? Probably not. Bitcoin's magnetism led Anthony to add more risk without hugely disrupting her conservative investing style. I'd always played it safe with the Googles and Apples, she says, but I work hard for my money and I wanted to take a little more risk. So I took some of my change to Bitcoin instead of making them traditional safe investments. Her crypto portfolio includes Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. So, interesting. Ethereum. You're going to start seeing all these celebrities blasting Ethereum. She says it's all about stacking Bitcoin and Ethereum. When it's time to unload, sirens will go off. She's talking $150,000 and $200,000 for Bitcoin. That stuff always makes me so skeptical when I see celebrities start throwing out their price predictions, and that's actually right in line with JP Morgan's price prediction of $136,000, I believe it was. And we all know how JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs have flip-flopped on Bitcoin depending on whatever narrative it is that they want to throw out there in order for them to make crazy gains. So, yeah, I don't know why anybody cares what LaLa Anthony thinks, and I really don't even know why I brought her up except for the fact that she's a celebrity and she's throwing out the same price predictions as all these other celebrities and probably all in the same club, and I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Bitcoin hits like 80 grand and doesn't get anywhere close. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, what do we got? IRS seeks names of Circle customers transacting over $20K in crypto. A Massachusetts court is supporting a request from the IRS to obtain the records of Circle customers, the Department of Justice said Thursday. And this is how I know crypto has been a plan all along. Okay, so Goldman Sachs, we talked about this the other day. They invested in Circle back in like 2014, 15, 16, something like that. And now they're going after their customers, or the IRS is basically getting all the customer names from them. And you can kind of see how this is all tied together here. They want to know how much money you have, how much money you're moving, how much money you have on the exchanges, and now they're going to go after you if you've transacted over 20K in crypto. They want to know exactly who you are. So you got to really question what has been the agenda. What is the plan? I mean, if they really wanted to ban cryptocurrencies, they would have done it by now, and they don't even have to directly ban cryptocurrencies. All they have to do is get rid of the on and off ramps to cryptocurrencies, and guess what? Now all those crazy crypto gains, you can't even bounce into your bank account. So unless you're using a merchant store that is selling, or an online store that is selling whatever it is that you're trying to buy and taking payments in Bitcoin or crypto, that's really going to be the only way you'd be able to cash out or get goods for what you've accumulated. So I think this has been the plan all along, because they are not getting rid of it, and it's been going on for 11 years now. So that's my 2 cents on that. Next up, we got former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton. This guy, who I don't like, warns of new Bitcoin regulations. The guy that dropped the hammer on Ripple literally the day before he decided to retire from the SEC is now stating that Bitcoin regulations are coming. And we've seen it kind of tighten up a little bit on these exchanges with all the KYC and AML controls that have been implemented, making sure that you're taking pictures of your IDs and all that good stuff. And so now this anonymous crypto isn't really so anonymous anymore if they know exactly what wallet addresses you own and where you're bouncing out your coins to, is it? So it says, in a TV appearance, ex-SEC Chair Jay Clayton warned regulations around Bitcoin could be coming soon. It says, where digital assets land at the end of the day will be driven in part by regulation, both domestic and international. And I expect that regulation will come in the area both directly and indirectly, said Clayton about Bitcoin. The former SEC chairman stressed he was speaking as a citizen during the interview. Okay. Under Clayton, the SEC cracked down on unregistered and fraudulent initial coin offerings, or ICOs. The commission also refused to approve the application of any Bitcoin exchange-traded funds and sued Ripple Labs, and then dropped the mic and left. In March, Clayton took on an advisory role at hedge fund One River Digital Asset Management, the parent company of the newly launched digital asset fund One River Digital. How interesting. Clayton retires from the SEC and then goes to work at a digital asset hedge fund immediately after. Isn't that interesting? Clayton was also named non-executive chairman of Apollo Global Management's board of directors. These guys are all tied together. This is all just a big dog and pony show. If you ask me, the guys in the know exactly where all this stuff is going and what's about to come out of it. And they are going to be taking advantage of it while trying to mislead the retail traders. And that's you guys who are trying to protect, my contrarians. All you guys know where you should be sitting right now, and that's going to be completely out of Bitcoin. Next up, Coinbase's coin stock to go live on NASDAQ April 14th. The coin ticker is coming to public market soon. Coinbase announced Thursday. Massive, massive news. Coinbase announced it will begin the public trading of its stock on April 14th. The crypto exchange will also hold a first quarter earnings call on April 6th, providing a financial outlook for 2021, Coinbase said in a press release. I think that right around this time, these 2 weeks up until this point, and very well most likely after this point, altcoins are going to absolutely skyrocket, while you have all of these celebrities still touting how awesome Bitcoin is and how you should be holding Bitcoin, hodling Bitcoin. That is so they can be selling to anybody coming into the market while they are accumulating all of these suppressed assets, which is where my contrarians know where they need to be and where we put out in our free and paid newsletter our portfolio positions along with other research and data to find coins that nobody has talked about yet. You guys should sign up for that. Like I said, free version and paid version. If you want detailed info and research and analytics, definitely go the paid route. You will not be disappointed. We've had massive calls in Dent, Tel, and many other cryptocurrencies. So definitely check that out if you guys want to support the channel. And this Coinbase news is going to, like I said, it's going to be massive. Massive, massive for altcoins. Bitcoin, I can't see it going too much higher from where it is now. Ethereum will have a nice run up. And you guys definitely want to be in the projects that are not only going to be speculation, but you guys want to be in the assets that actually have real utility. And we know which ones those are. Former senior executive of Russia's largest bank leaves for crypto startup. Here we go. Konstantin Shulga is taking on the CEO role at crypto marketplace Finery. If I said that right. Mainstream finance professionals are making the move into crypto in growing numbers, from middle-sized asset managers to the high ranks of the Financial Action Task Force. A Russian bank executive is the latest to make the leap. Konstantin, former head of brokerage at Russia's largest bank, SBER, I'm going to say it's Sberbank, joined crypto over-the-counter OTC service Finery Markets in late March as its new chief executive. If you guys don't know, the over-the-counter markets are where you will go if you're selling large positions. Let's say you're cashing out that crazy $1 million gain that you got from Tel or Dent, and you want to not disturb the markets, and you can essentially do what's called over-the-counter, or what I like to consider it is basically under the table, where it is not going to the public order books. It is going to the private order books as to not disturb the public market books, because if you try to cash out $1 million on a Coinbase, you will definitely see some red candles there, and that's not where you want to do it. If you can, do it over the counter. And so Constantine has made the move out of his bank to the over-the-counter service finery, and it says the firm is building an institutional peer-to-peer trading marketplace. Shugel told CoinDesk in an interview he went full crypto after more than a decade in institutional finance in Russia, including at a branch of Unicredit, the Moscow Exchange, and Sber, which is the leading retail bank in Russia and is half owned by the country's government. So Jay Clayton, he's out of the SEC and he's going into a digital asset hedge fund. We got this gentleman, former head of brokerage at Russia's largest bank, and now he's moving into an over-the-counter finery markets. So as you can see how everything is moving and gravitating towards cryptocurrency, and these big guys that are in high financial places are now going into the digital asset space, and there's going to be many, many more to come. Next up, we got Bitcoin on brink of strong breakout, says analyst ahead of Coinbase IPO. $60,000 may soon go the way of $20,000. Phil, I don't even know how you say that word, believes, but a potential sell-off around the corner around the Coinbase IPO means April could yet spark problems for bulls. I don't know how I feel about that statement. A lot of the people that I trust are speaking about altcoins going absolutely massive over the course of this next quarter and probably into the third and fourth quarter. So I don't know if Bitcoin is going to be dropping down to $20,000. I think that would really destroy alt season if that did happen, because altcoins would follow suit. I am anticipating a consolidation in Bitcoin while this altcoin market starts to really fire to the upside, and that's where all your gains are going to be made, in my opinion. So we'll see what this analyst, if what this analyst says comes true or not, but I would have to think that everything I'm looking at is pointing to the upside for altcoins. So next up, the Ascent is saying 5 steps to safely buying Bitcoin. If you're ready to buy your first Bitcoin, make sure you do it safely. I think, as mentioned before, that is a terrible, terrible idea. Do not start buying Bitcoin, in my opinion. Obviously, do your own research. But like I said, all these traders, all these investors, they already up 15x from last year. Where do you think they're going to put their money to multiply that? Into more Bitcoin or into altcoins? Use your brain. And last but not least, all you Starbucks drinkers can now pay for coffee with Bitcoin via Backed digital wallet app. Backed is backed by the New York Stock Exchange. As mentioned, cryptocurrency has been the plan all along. They are here, the institutions are here, and don't forget, they need to sell to somebody, and it's probably going to be the retail traders. So make sure you're on the right side of your trades and do not listen to the mainstream media. And with that being said, that will do it for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap for Friday, April 2nd. If you guys like what you heard, drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our free newsletter, link in the description below. And we will catch you all in the next video.